Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the Adobe Premiere Pro Essentials tutorial. So now we are on this chapter number 8, and here I'll be showing you guys by using the slide tool and the slip tool as well. Okay, so what does it do, how it actually works, why we need to use this, and also the shortcut keys to use these things. I will be teaching you guys all these two tools in detail. So let's not waste time and let's get started on learning how you can use the slide tool and the slip tool in Adobe Premiere Pro. So here, as you guys can see, I am here in my workspace of the Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so now what I am going to do over here is I am going to import some media. Okay, so I am going to import some media over here. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I will take this video from this particular source panel. Okay, suppose I will just take this video as it is from here. Okay, and maybe I will just decrease the size of this video quite a bit. I will just trim this over, and again I will come here, okay, in my videos panel, and from my videos panel what I'm going to do is I am going to directly put this particular video, and now I will also drag and trim this thing down. Okay, so maybe I will just take 3 videos just to show you guys the difference between all of this and the usage of this particular tool. Okay, so now what I'll do is I just only want the videos. Okay, so in that case I will come here and I will unlink this one, select this, and I will delete this one. Same goes with this particular footage. Right click on my mouse and go to the unlink option, unlink it, select this one, click on delete, and now it is being deleted here as well. Okay, so now if I just click on minus, so here you guys can see I do have a total footage of 16 seconds and 8 frames over here. Okay, so that is the thing. So now as you guys can see, I do have a frame. Okay, I do have this particular video in middle. Okay, so let's see what video this one is. Okay, so I do have a video of a temple. I guess it's a temple. I'm not sure. Okay, so here it's a view over here, and the last footage is 2 of them riding bicycles. Okay, so now as you guys know, I will be talking about the slip tool and the slide tool over here. Okay, so simply from your keyboard, you guys can actually click on Y and U to get the shortcut key for the slide or the slip tool. Okay, so the shortcut key for the slip tool is Y. Okay, but first let me make you guys understand about the slide tool. Okay, so I'll be explaining you guys about the slide tool over here. Okay, so I'll come here to this particular footage. What I'm going to do is I will just decrease the footage size a little bit, and now I will just select all these 3 and I will just bring this thing over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, I do have this 3 footage, and now as you guys can see, if I just click on U from my keyboard, this particular slip tool is now turned into a slide tool. Okay, so the usage of slide tool is, once you guys can see, once I do have this slide tool activated, I do have this kind of icon on my screen. So what I can do is, if I just want to slide this thing up, okay, so now if I am trying to slide it here in the right hand side on my screen, you guys can see I do have 4 frames. Okay, so as you guys know, my middle frame is basically there here in my screen. Okay, so as you guys, if you guys just look here on my preview panel, okay, so as you guys can see, if I just move this thing around, you guys can see how it actually works. So the first video which I do have on my screen, which is there in the left bottom corner, okay, so that video is basically the last frame of the first video. And on the right bottom corner, the frame where you guys can see two of them are riding a bicycle. There, as you guys can see, that is basically the starting frame. Okay, so that is the starting frame of my third video. And on top, you guys can see I do have two videos there as well. In that case, that one is the starting. On the left hand side, that is the uh, ending of my the starting of my video. And here you guys can see on my top right corner, that one is basically my ending frame of the middle video. As I told you that I do have three videos over here. So now if I just keep this one over here, as you guys can see, this thing have slided this one. Okay, and make sure that when you're working with the slide tool or the slip tool, okay, so you do have big video, okay, so that your video can be extended. And how you will be able to know that my video can be extended? Okay, so if you guys just go back to the first chapter, okay, so where I have showed you that how you will understand. Okay, so now as you guys can see, now if I just increase the size over here, okay, if I just increase the size of this thumbnail, here you guys can see there is a small white icon in this top. Okay, that means that I can't go more left. Okay, I don't have any footage left over here. Okay, so in the right hand, in this particular side, I can basically go, but not on this extreme. Okay, no, I can go more further, but I can go backward to my video over here. So using this tool, it just gives me a particular time. So what it does is automatically it will just trim the first video for me, and it will extend the third video for me as well. Okay, so I can just clip this thing out over here. Okay, so as you guys can see, so this is how it actually works. Now it extended the third video and it decreased the duration of the first video over here. Okay, so there is no changes in this middle video. Okay, so this is about the slide tool. And now let's try to understand the usage of the slip tool over here. Okay, so if I just want to get my slip tool, then I can simply click on Y from my keyboard. And now here you guys can see this one is now changed to a slip tool over here. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood the usage of the slide tool. Okay, so let me just come here and select my slip tool. Okay, so slip tool is quite different. Okay, so now if you guys can see, okay, so it won't extend or decrease the size of this thing. What it will basically do is, now as you guys can see, if I am selecting the middle frame over here, okay, so I know that I can, this one is a big frame. Okay, so this one is a big video. So let me just move this thing around over here. And as you guys can see, I can just extend it from here, and I can also extend this video from here as well. Okay, so I will just come over here, and now I can just extend this video. So I have just extended to its full extent. Okay, so now you guys can see that white signs. Okay, that means that I can't extend this anymore. Okay, so I will just decrease the size a little bit over here. And now what I am going to do is, I do have this particular timing of this video, and what I will do is I will just put my video here on top. Okay, so I will just come here, put this video, and now I will put it over here, and you guys can see this is the starting frame. Okay, so here if I just come and if I just play this thing around, okay, so there is a small gap over here. Okay, I will just select this particular frame. I need to make sure that my snap is on, and I'll just align it over here. Okay, and now if I just try to play this thing up, here you can see now there is a smooth transition. Okay, so once there is a smooth transition, but here let me show you guys. Let just look there in the first frame. Okay, so this is the first frame. Okay, so from here my this particular video starts. Okay, so if you want me to decrease the size a little bit over here, I can also do that. Okay, and I will just join this thing over here. Now let me just play this thing for you all. Okay, so this is the starting frame right now. Okay, but using my slip tool, okay, what I can do is if I come here and now I can just change the starting point of this particular video. And once I click here, okay, so on my screen you guys can see that I can actually see the starting frame of the video, which is there in the left bottom corner. Okay, and in the right bottom corner, that is the ending frame of my video. Okay, so it is not actually changing anything over here. Okay, so I will just select my starting frame over here, and I am also selecting the ending frame over onto my left hand side over there. And on the top left corner, you guys can see that is the starting frame of or the ending frame. Okay, that is the ending frame. And on the right hand side top corner, you guys can also see that is my starting frame of my third video. Okay, so now I have adjusted this one, and now let's see and let's play this thing out. Okay, so now you guys will be able to see that the starting frame over here have changed, and as I have showed you, now it will just disappear over here, and now it will start here over again. So for me personally, I didn't use that much of this slip tool and the slide tool. Okay, for me I just used to do some cuts and all. If I do have to take any kind of footage, I'll use that. But as this one is present in Premiere Pro, I hope you guys should know that what is the usage of this particular tool over here. Okay, so I think I have carefully make you guys understand that what is the use of the slide tool and the slip tool in Premiere Pro. So I hope you guys have already understood and remember the shortcut keys. Okay, for slip tool, it's Y, and for slide tool, it's U from your keyboard, whether you're a Mac user or you are using Windows. Okay, make sure that you guys try to use this thing. Okay, if you just use once or two times, okay, you guys will be able to get a proper knowledge about these tools and how to use them at their best. Okay, so see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye, everyone.